Meanwhile, the Payment Association of South Africa has extended the validity of expired SASSA Postbank gold cards until the 31st of December. The decision has been welcomed by the South African Post Office and grant recipients, as well as gold card holders, as gold cards were expiring in June. This extension means that social grant recipients can continue using their expired cards for social grant payment transactions. Let's get some more clarity now from Dr. Bongani Diako, who's the spokesperson for Postbank. A very good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for your time. I suppose some good news for grant recipients. What does this extension fully mean for those who hold the SASSA card?
Good afternoon, Mpo. Afternoon to the newsroom viewers. Yes, certainly, Mpo, it's great news for SASSA beneficiaries, because this extension means then that every SASSA beneficiary that's carrying a SASSA gold card that's issued by Postbank need not worry about their card expiring, need not panic and try to change their method of payment. They can continue accessing their social grants via that card until the end of December this year. We really do welcome that decision by the Payment Association of South Africa.
When you say they need not worry, what you've done is essentially granted them an extension, which doesn't necessarily mean that the process has been terminated. You're saying that they have more time to do the switchover. Am I understanding you correctly?
No, that's correct, Mpo. So if you recall, we started the process of replacing the SASSA cards in March. We had about 175,000 people that we switched over in March successfully. And in April, we had a bigger number of about 800,000 people that we had to put onto the new card. That process was really met with several challenges on the ground, because we are using the post office as a network for that process. And on the ground, feedback that we were receiving was that not all beneficiaries were being serviced. So what we did as Postbank to mitigate that, we had been working on a cardless method, which we then had to fast track and launch in the last week to ensure significantly that that pocket of beneficiaries that may not have accessed their cards are being paid cardless through the retailers in this country. But over and above that, we have always been in engagement with the Payment Association of South Africa and the Reserve Bank regarding our banking issues. And fortunately for us, the Payment Association agreed then that the SASSA gold cards would be extended until December. We are not stopping the process of issuing every SASSA beneficiary with a new card. Remember, that was a decision of the Reserve Bank that Postbank needs to replace all the SASSA cards that are in circulation by end of December 2013, December this year. So that process will carry on. We are working on a multi-channel strategy to ensure that the outcry of the queues at the post offices are dealt with. We are looking at a process where we will localize the reissuance of the cards using community structures like community halls and churches, and using beneficiaries' IDs and locations to make it easier for them to get cards. So the message that should go out to the SASSA beneficiaries is carry on enjoying using the SASSA gold card until December, up until we call you in your local area at your convenience and we issue you a new card.
What about those who want to now continue with this new system, the cardless method? What does it mean for them?
Well, the cardless method, much as it was a mitigation for us, it had always been an alternative channel that we've been working on. You know, banking has changed and continue changing. money is moving between devices nowadays, and we have put it there as an alternative channel, so it will remain. But not only will it be for those that really prefer using it, it will also service those beneficiaries that for one reason or another have lost their card and haven't had enough time to go get a new card. So it will be an alternative, additional, convenient channel as we evolve as a banking institution servicing this market.
And what led to this extension? I mean, do you think that perhaps you could have timed it better? What challenges were you receiving on your end before this decision was made?
Well, the decision to implement this type of arrangement involve multiple stakeholders. For an example, the acquiring banks have to be involved. We have to be involved as well as the payment association. And also there are technicalities that need to be done. The systems have to be ready and get to be able to accept the cards irrespective of their expiry date. So behind the scenes, while we had launched the cardless method, we had been working on that, getting the industry ready itself and getting our own environment ready. Hence, on Saturday, some of the testings that follows the technical readiness were done on Thursday and Friday, and on Saturday we felt comfortable to issue an announcement that SASSA beneficiaries who have cards that have expired need not worry about the expiry date on their cards. Those cards will be working until end of December this year.
Very well. Thank you so much for that update. Let's perhaps leave it there for now. Dr. Bongani Diako, spokesperson for Postbank, speaking about an extension when it comes to the validity of the expired SASSA Postbank gold cards, that extension until the 31st of December.